समझ नहीं आ रहा अपने सैलरी इंक्रीमेंट का क्या करूं।
बेटा इतना क्या सोच रहा है? अपने म्यूचुअल फंड्स के एसआईपी का टॉपअप करा ले। दिस इज द राइट टाइम।
क्या? समझ में नहीं आया।
बेटा इतना क्या सोच रहा है? अपने म्यूचुअल फंड्स का एसआईपी टॉपअप करा ले। दिस इज द राइट टाइम।
अब समझा।
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme related documents carefully.
मोदी है तो मुमकिन है. That has been the BJP's catchphrase for a while. On the 14th of December, Nitin Nabin, a Bihar minister, came to personify it. Barely 20 years into politics, the 45-year-old is set to become the national president of the 45-year-old party. The day of the announcement happened to be Energy Conservation Day. Hacks like me could not miss the message. That is, don't waste your energy speculating about Prime Minister Narendra Modi's moves. We were not surprised because we have learned to be surprised by PM Modi almost always. That brings us to the moot question. What are the eligibility criteria for the BJP national president? Nabin has been appointed the working president of the BJP and is likely to be formally anointed as JP Nadda's successor next month. So what are those criteria? One has to be young and an organization man. Party leaders tell us while explaining and justifying Nabin's selection. Of course, the party has been promoting young leaders since the Bharatiya Jansangh days. Syama Prasad Mukherjee became the first BJS president in 1951 when he was 50. Atal Bihari Vajpayee was 44 and LK Advani 46 when they became Jansangh presidents. Nitin Gadkari became the youngest BJP president at 52, a record that was broken by Amit Shah, who occupied the post at 49. Nitin Nabin is set to break Shah's record now. From the Vajpayee Advani to the Modi-Shah era, the party has continued to promote young leaders at various levels within the organization and in governments. And this HR policy has done wonders for the party. Nitin Nabin is an organization man for sure. He held several positions in the party's youth wing, the Bharatiya Janata Yuva Morcha, BJYM, before being appointed Sikkim election in charge in 2019. The BJP ended up with 0 seats and 1.62% votes in the Sikkim assembly election that year. In 2021, the BJP appointed D. Purandeshwari and Nitin Nabin organization in charge and co-in charge of Chhattisgarh. Purandeshwari was replaced by veteran leader O.P. Mathur in September 2022. 4 months before the November 2023 assembly election, O.P. Mathur was made Chhattisgarh election in charge too, while Mansukh Mandavia was made election co-in charge. When the poll results came out on the 3rd of December, with the BJP defying all predictions to dislodge the Congress from power in Chhattisgarh, O.P. Mathur was celebrated as the architect of that victory. He tweeted that day, "Asambhav kahte the sab, kar diya. Everyone called it impossible, I did it." Nitin Nabin's contribution to that victory finally got talked about by BJP leaders after his appointment as the national working president now. O.P. Mathur may be smiling, perhaps bemusedly. Nabin was election in charge when the BJP won 10 of the 11 Lok Sabha seats in Chhattisgarh in 2024, improving its tally by 1 seat from 2019. It was quite a feat, I would say, because Nitin Nabin had been appointed the Lok Sabha election in charge just 3 weeks before the first phase of polling in the state. So did his achievement in Chhattisgarh make him the top choice for the BJP president's post? Not really. There were many other factors, because if it was about having an organization man or someone who can manage elections, PM Modi was a spoilt for choice. Let's not even talk about leaders such as 66 years old Shivraj Singh Chouhan or 68 years old Nitin Gadkari. Modi had so many choices, even among leaders in their 40s and 50s. Take the case of 56-year-old Union Minister Pradhan. He was the election in charge of Bihar, where the NDA registered its best ever performance last month. He was sent to Bihar after his stupendous show as election in charge in Haryana, where he pulled off for the BJP what was looking like a lost cause. Before that, he was UP Assembly election in charge in 2022. The list of states where Dharmendra Pradhan left his mark as a brilliant organizer is much longer. He has seen it all, done it all. In the last Odisha Assembly election, he led the party to its first ever victory, but was denied chief ministership. Let's look at another organizer, Bhupendra Yadav, who is also 56 years old. Yadav has a stellar record as an election in charge in a number of states, the last one being Maharashtra, where he engineered the BJP's least expected victory in the 2024 Assembly election. The party has now entrusted him with the poll responsibility of West Bengal. According to party insiders, Chouhan, Gadkari, Pradhan and Yadav were all in the original list of presidential candidates. The RSS was okay with all these names. Pick up any. PM Modi, however, asked for a fresh list of leaders aged between 45 and 55 years. Many party leaders may be curious about this age criterion. Why not 35-45 or 40-50 or 50-60? I don't know who all made it to the fresh list, in which Nabin's name obviously figured. The RSS, as I am given to understand, decided to go with whoever Modi-Shah opted for. Talk about the war of attrition. Be that as it may, the organizational work ostensibly being one of the criteria, one can randomly look at a few other options as presidential candidates. Let's consider Biplab Dev, who has been appointed West Bengal election co-in charge. He was earlier the organizational in charge and assembly election co-in charge of Haryana, with Dharmendra Pradhan as poll in charge. We know the Haryana results. Biplab Dev has bigger achievements to boast of. In his capacity as Tripura BJP chief, he was primarily instrumental in dislodging the left from power in 2018. It was the first time the BJP won in Tripura. Biplab Dev became the chief minister only to be dropped before the 2023 assembly election for reasons best known to the party leadership. When Nitin Nabin was in the party's youth wing, the 5-term MLA worked under two BJYM national presidents, Anurag Thakur and Poonam Mahajan. 5-term MP Anurag Thakur, who is 51 years old, could possibly have been in the list of probables in the presidential race. A Modi-Shah fan and political firebrand, Thakur had made it into the union cabinet but suddenly finds himself sidelined. He probably had to make way for Nadda in the union cabinet, as both came from Himachal Pradesh, which sends only 4 Lok Sabha MPs. You cannot have 2 cabinet ministers from this state. Could Nadda have made way for Thakur in the organization then? In an ideal world, why not? But Thakur did not live in the dreamland. When Nitin Nabin, a Madhuri Dixit fan by the way, was heading the Bihar BJYM, his national chief was Poonam Mahajan, a 2-term MP who defeated Sunil Dutt's daughter Priya Dutt in Mumbai North Central constituency twice. Poonam Mahajan is a known Modi-Shah Bhakt. She was, however, denied a ticket by the party in the 2024 elections. She was the incumbent MP, mind you. That too to favor a political rookie, Advocate Ujjwal Nikam. Nikam lost the Lok Sabha election but was rewarded with a Rajya Sabha berth, while Mahajan has been virtually benched. Poonam Mahajan, who is Pramod Mahajan's daughter and younger than Nabin by about 6 months, may be wondering what she did wrong. Her successor as BJP national president, 2-term MP Tejaswi Surya, another political firebrand, might wish that PM Modi brought the age criterion for presidential candidates even lower, in the 35-45 bracket perhaps. After all, whatever arguments justify the choice of a 45-year-old would equally work for a 35-year-old. Tejaswi Surya is 35. I randomly picked the cases of these organization men and women to try to understand the exact criteria for the BJP national president. I'm not sure if I get it yet. A major eligibility criterion for a BJP national president used to be that he had his ideological grooming in the RSS shakhas. There are whispers in the BJP about Nitin Nabin's stint in the RSS or its students' wing, the ABVP. That's because Nabin's biodata on the BJP website does not talk about the RSS or the ABVP, as it does in the case of other BJP presidents. Nabin's educational qualification is intermediate, and so one does not know when or in what capacity he worked for the ABVP, but he might have worked for the organization outside the campus. As the whispers go, the party website should have specified Nabin's association with the RSS. Seriously. Does it really matter anyway? His father, Navin Kishore Prasad Sinha, was in the Jan Sangh. He could possibly have taken his child to RSS Shakhas, as all Sangh volunteers do. It's only a matter of time before many will come forward to recount their days with Nitin Nabin in the ABVP and in an RSS Shakha. These whispers will stop them. By the way, Syama Prasad Mukherjee, the first president of the Jan Sangh, was not from the RSS. He was in the Hindu Mahasabha. Navin's father was a 4-term MLA, which makes him the first political dynast who will become the BJP national president. However, that does not matter in the BJP anyway, any longer. Another aspect being cited by BJP leaders as they explain Nabin's elevation is his neutral caste, a numerically insignificant upper caste that will not rile any other group. Bangaru Lakshman, a Dalit, was the only non-upper caste national president of the BJP. The question here is whether Nitin Nabin being a caste is meant to please the upper castes or avoid displeasing the non-upper castes. Because the upper castes need no pleasing by the BJP. They have nowhere else to go. Amid increasingly shrill social justice chants by opposition parties, if it was to avoid displeasing the non-upper caste, why have an upper caste president at all? Why not just choose a non-upper caste, say Shivraj Chouhan, who would not displease the upper caste? Chouhan, after all, hails from a non-dominant or neutral, if you prefer to say so, Kirar community and OBC. Nitin Nabin's choice shows that Modi-Shah have taken up Sangh Sarsanchalak Mohan Bhagwat on his words, that the RSS knows how to run the Shakhas and the government and the party know how to run their affairs. One cannot tell the other how to run their business. In the run-up to the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, Nadda said that the BJP was now capable of running its own affairs. That is to say that it did not need the RSS for it. Nitin Nabin's appointment vindicates his remark. Nitin Nabin is a Shah acolyte. When the Union Home Minister visited his Patna residence during Chhath in October, nobody read the signs. Being a leader with few contacts in the BJP beyond Amit Shah outside Bihar, and not to speak of loyalty, makes Nitin Nabin an even better choice than Nadda. Essentially, PM Modi has weighed decisively in favor of Amit Shah, retaining full control of the party organization. And when I talk about just one reason, many justifications, but one reason, this is what I am talking about. The fact that Nabin will hold the post at least till the 2029 Lok Sabha election makes him a crucial player at defining moments in coming months and years. That's all from me in this episode of Politically Correct. Thanks for watching.